everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Today is a video request day, actually. This was requested to me by James, and reading it kind of made me sad, you know? These are the types of things I love helping people out with. So in my Discord, or our Discord, the community's Discord, 170 people online, by the way. That's insane. I'm so happy for that. He was one of the first video requests I got, and he says, in bad English, sorry, but was wondering if ever thought of doing a guide for non-Omnicrafters. My girlfriend just got to 70 with Culinary and is only level crafter she has. It's making HQing items impossible and not even been able to find any guides for non-Omni. I think it would help a lot of new crafters while they were to get their jobs leveled. And Chiloki says, by the way, please don't do this in the video request. Try not to help people out directly with that. Let me get to them. Because that way he's not sad like he is right here. Chiloki says, I would propose that there aren't videos for this, as you need cross-class skills to HQ level 70 recipes. I say that's blasphemy. I say I can figure out a way, you know? I'm a crafter. I will read these skills and I will figure out a way so this girl isn't sad. And James says, well, that's a shame, as she will probably just not bother anymore with crafting, and that really makes me sad because we want all the crafters we can get. It's so much fun. It says, James says she works a lot of hours and leveling all the other jobs would take far too long for it to be worth the time she has to play, and plenty of others in the same boat. Anyways, was just an idea. It's a real shame. She's going to feel like she wasted a lot of time already now. Thanks, though. There are a ton of people like this. It's not just people like me and a lot of you viewers that can play this much a day and have all the Omnicrafters leveled. It's just not a thing for, I would say, the vast majority of Final Fantasy players. So what I tried to do with this macro, and it is Culinary specific, I'm sure I could figure out one for every single class if you're really curious. And they're not the best, but it seems to be working and I'm okay with it working. What I try to do is get a macro that you can HQ one stars with, which is just all you need for cooking right now. There's some 2-star recipes, but you know, persimmon leaf sushi is just selling like hotcakes right now. Tempura platter. This should be enough to really let you grind out some gil. So the macro itself will be linked in the spreadsheet there on the left side here. It's not the one you're looking at. I will add it in later. It'll be below this one. But let's go through it here. Let's go back to the game and see what I figured out for James's girlfriend here. And I must preface this with, I am not the best at macros in the world. I know abilities inside and out, and I try to find a way that they work together, and that's what I did. I just sat there for a good couple hours, actually, trying to figure out the best way with the lowest amount of CP. I know there's better ways to do it, but I'm not good at that way. So I worked my butt off for James's girlfriend here, and I hope it paid off. So let's get into it here. Let's go over the requirements first. I'm not entirely sure what the requirements are, to be completely honest. I know you will want 1220 craftsmanship, or 1320 craftsmanship, and 1220 control, and that's just so you can do 2-star crafts. You can still manual 2-star crafts. I successfully did a bunch with these abilities, no problem. Not no problem, some of them were a problem, but I could still do them, but with a macro I couldn't, so we're sticking to this. But you do want the stats anyway, so you can do them. If you really don't need the stats, or you don't want to do 2 stars, I think you can get away with about maybe 50 to 100 less craftsmanship. I kind of experiment a little. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe somebody else can tell you, or I can figure it out after this video. As for control, I'm not entirely sure. Again, it really, when this goes right, because it is hasty touch, you don't need anywhere near as much control as you have. But when it goes really wrong, I don't think all the control in the world will save you. So I'm not entirely sure. I think you could drop that by a ton as well. As for CP, so I would recommend for sure being a specialist, since this is obviously your only crafter, you might as well specialize in it, you know? So that means you need 507 CP, and that boosts you up to 522. Unfortunately, I'm not a specialist, so I'm going to have some tea as well to get up to that value. And again, I don't think this is 100%, but it's pretty damn near close, and your options are, when you notice yourself failing a lot of hasty touches, you can either stop the macro and use reclaim, which you can use because you are a culinarian and culinarians get reclaim, or you can just take the no quality, and I would just take the no quality. It's not worth the extra time and effort. So let's go over 2 of these crafts and hope they go okay. Oops. And these are my favorite things in the world to do. Also, I'm using an HQ Dustlight Aether Sand because they're literally the same price as no quality. I don't know if it makes a big difference or not, but you might as well use these since they're so cheap. So let's get into this. These are my absolute favorite things in the world to do. Questions where people don't have the answer to. Like, I get literally like 100 questions a day from people right now, and a lot of them are pretty easy, you know? Like, they'll ask me, where do I get yellow scripts, for example? I get that a lot, and it's one you can find literally by Googling where can I get yellow scripts. But this one, you can't Google. There's no way to Google it. And just to go backwards here, I don't mind questions like that. I actually like them because it gets people talking, and that's okay with me. I'd rather somebody ask me that than Google it. So I'm not trying to put anybody down for asking that. Macro number 2, and we are failing a good amount of hasty touches, so this will be a good test. Yeah, these ones I could not find the answer to. I had to literally do it myself. I sat in front of the screen messing around with buttons and finding the lowest CP possible that I could think of, and I loved that. It just makes me happy that I could fill that void in the internet. So 100% there. I think we were 100% by a decent amount. That Bayergot's went well over it, and we are using Bayergot's Brow instead of Bayergot's Brew or whatever. Blessing? What is it even called? The good Bayergots, because that's all we have, you know. And on to macro 3, and unfortunately it is a 3 macro setup because, oops, oh no, please don't screw it up. Oh good, I don't think I screwed it up. There's like 3 buttons in the other one, and if you take off the macro complete, you can do it in 2. You're 1 over from doing it in 2, unfortunately. So let's go one more, just to verify that it's super consistent, or at least as consistent as you're going to get with without any other cross-class skills. And this actually, essentially, this macro is essentially how, essentially, I say that a lot, don't I? This macro is how I do 2 stars as well, but I manual it and just try to get the best out of procs. So, Tricks of the Trade is level 15, so you can manual it with that, no problem, I would say. And as long as you land on good a couple times, the 2 stars go well, but I could not macro it, so I'm not going to say you can with this. This obviously also works, no problem, with anything lower than this as long as it's 70 durability or higher. It does not work for 40 durability either, so don't try it on those. We are failing a ton of hasty touches again, 3 in a row. So I don't think we're going to high quality this, which is really good to show because I do want to show that it's not 100%. It's very close to 100%, but if you do fail a ton of things at once, this is going to happen. I can't make a perfect macro with limited resources, you know? But I did try my best, and I do think it's a respectable amount of HQs on to macro 3 to really warrant showing you it, because it's either this or nothing, and I would rather have this and have you still crafting. Come on, HQ for the family. Yeah, there we go. We did it. We did it. Persimmon Leaf Sushi HQ. And of course, you can always use more HQ things. No problem. A lot of them are really cheap and go for the same price as no quality as well to cover that gap when bad things do happen. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This video is dedicated to James's girlfriend. I really hope this helped you out, or anybody out for that matter. I think I could do this with any craft. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. Maybe not, but I would give it a shot. So if you do need any other crafts like this, let me know and I can try to figure it out. If this video helped you out in any way, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of thing. It really helps me out and helps other people find this sort of video. So yeah, thanks so much. Have a great day and see everybody next time.